So earlier today, first of all, Keith Turgeon here in New Hampshire. Been in the digital media arts for, I don't know, the last 25 years. Small business owner, small business, large business experience. Just wanted to share a couple of things with you. I was actually having a conversation earlier today with a young lady who is starting a residential cleaning company. And we were talking about getting the message out for her business. And the topic of that conversation led me to think that this would be a good opportunity to share with others who are trying to start a business, a side hustle, whatever it might be, and you're a little bit foggy on what to do and where to do it. So, this comes from years of experience. And so I'd like to share some of these thoughts and ideas with you. So, a couple of things that I want to talk about with you today specifically are what are the digital basics for home service businesses? We're going to touch on website with calls to action. We're going to touch on your Google business profile. We're going to talk about automated customer replies, and I'll do my best to explain what I do. And then also, I want to talk about your Facebook business page. So, let's go ahead and take a look first at what my website looks like. This is something that I developed and it's been working very, very well. So I have a junk removal company called Junk Boss. We're here in New Hampshire. And this has been um, a very productive website for me. The colors are very complementary to what many junk removal companies are doing with the baby blue and the greens. We're here in New Hampshire and we serve primarily the seacoast. We went through the effort to have some formal pictures taken of, uh, of us doing our thing. And I integrated a Google review widget. We go to the top here. We're going to see that I have our services. So I have appliance removal. I have cleanouts for residential or commercial. I have furniture removal and a few others, and you can see what that is. And then also I have the locations that we serve. Here in New Hampshire, we serve Concord, New Hampshire. We serve Dover, New Hampshire, and we serve Manchester and Hampton, New Hampshire. If you're not familiar with what search engine optimization is or what SEO is, in its very simplest terms, it's keywords, key headlines that are placed in a certain way for Google to be able to find it easily. And so as we look up here on the search on the URL bar, we could see that the name of my company is junkboss.net. We can see that we have something that says our services. And then as I click on appliance removal, we're going to see junkboss.net /our services /appliance removal. So this is key. And a lot of people miss this when they try to DIY their website. They don't really understand what's happening up here. But this is really what Google is looking at to determine what it is your business does. So I'm in the junk removal company, so it was important for me to have junk in my name. And then, so now I'm telling Google, hey, the name of my company is Junk Boss. And Google starts to make associations with those keywords, specifically junk. And then I'm telling Google our services are, one of which is appliance removal. So now Google knows that anybody in my area of the state looking for appliance removal, it's tagged as a service, should reach out to junkboss.net. And so that's the beginning of search engine optimization in its very simplest terms. And then what we have down here is the name of my company, Junk Boss Appliance Removal. Okay, great. So now it's reinforcing here in this headline what up here I'm telling Google I do. And then also here it says when you choose Junk Boss for appliance removal keywords, you don't have to worry. And so some miscellaneous words. But now we have other keywords, refrigerators and chest freezers, dishwashers, ovens and hoods, washers and dryers. Down here, junk removal again. Down here, junk boss, junk removal, appliance removal. The content here on this page is reinforcing the very thing that I do. So this page should only be talking about appliance removal, which is also classified as junk. So now when we come over to furniture removal, we're going to see a similar structure, but it's just going to be speaking specifically to furniture. So right here, furniture removal is the primary headline on the top of page. Also, name of company, Junk Boss. Again, the service we provide, furniture removal, right? All of that is right there. And then here we go again. We have, again, it's the same structure as the previous page that I showed you, but we're reinforcing the company name. We're reinforcing the very specific service that we're talking about here. If you look over here in this paragraph, again, we are tagging the name of the company, and we are again talking specifically about furniture removal, which is exactly what we have up here. So it doesn't matter how few or how many pages you might have, but as it relates to the services that you provide, that's the kind of structure that you should put forward in your website, because that's what the search engines are looking for, and Google gets 95% of the search, so start there. Same thing on locations. So I have a general locations page. Let's go ahead and click into Dover. What we're going to find is that regardless of the city that we have tagged, i.e., again, name of company, Google says, well, what's your service area? I'm telling them right here what my service area is, and I'm telling Google very specifically, my service area is Dover. There you go. And this page is dedicated to junk removal in Dover, right? Everything here is about junk removal Dover, right? Scrolling down, the structure of this page for service areas is the same as the other page. Manchester here in New Hampshire is probably the largest city. It is the largest city in the state, small by comparison. But here we go again. Junk removal. Okay, what is it that you do? I do junk removal. Where do you do it? I do it in Manchester. Okay, great. And here we go again, a full service junk removal in Manchester. Okay, great. What kind of junk removal do you do? Trust the experts in Manchester. See this right here? Look for appliance removal, furniture removal, construction and debris, so on and so forth. And so each of my services page or locations page is structured exactly the same way. And when you do it this way, you make it really easy for Google to actually see what you do and where you do it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and come off of this page. We're going to go back to the plan. So now we want to talk about the Google Business Profile. I think for a lot of businesses that are starting out, they might not even know what this is. They may not really know what it is or what it does. And most likely they're getting some spam calls about, hey, you haven't registered your Google Business Profile, so on and so forth. This is one of those things where if we have a website, oops, I got to go back. If we have a website like I do, laid out this way, we're starting the conversation with Google. The last thing I didn't talk about specifically on the website was calls to action. And what is that? A call to action is basically saying, hey, if you're interested in talking to us, here's how you get in touch with us. We don't want our clients or customers looking or searching for your phone number, for your email, however you want to start the conversation. We want that to be upfront and forward. So see what I have right here? Book now. I have an online booking service. Text this number for an instant quote. Lots of people take advantage of this. Very few people for me are booking online. Most people are texting what it is they have for a particular requirement. I am a veteran, so we're veteran owned. And really, so this page really isn't all that deep, but you can see I have green buttons with calls to action. I have a special marketing number referred to as a Twilio number sometimes. So really simple calls to action. And another call to action that I have up here that people overlook is, here's a big green button. If you're oriented to booking online, here it is right here. If you're more oriented towards calling, here's the number right here. If you'd rather text and get a question answered, here's the information right here. These are very forward facing calls to action, and your website done with these CTAs will actually kind of be the trap that actually gets people to actually talk and communicate with you. So I'm sorry, let's go back to the Google Business Profile. So a couple of things on the Google Business Profile. One of the things with a Google Business Profile that it does for you is it enables customers to actually provide some feedback on the experience that they had with your company. And hopefully it's a good one, right? So I've got 37 reviews right now, all 5 stars. And the way that I handle it with my clients is as I'm wrapping up a project, I might say something, hey, Sally, it was very nice to meet you and take care of your removal requirements today. Did we give you 5 stars of value today? Oh, awesome. That's great. Thank you very much. Businesses nowadays, they really depend on Google reviews to let others know how we do. Would you be willing to consider giving us a review on Google? And most people will say yes, and probably 75% will actually do it if you structure it that way. And I have on my phone a very simple link that I send to them that enables them to go exactly to where the reviews are. One of the things that a lot of customers, a lot of business owners overlook is that when somebody gives you a Google review, like they did right here, Google is looking for you to respond or a business owner representative to respond. So when you go down this road, make sure that you factor that in. And you really just kind of want to mirror what the response was. Hey, you guys were on time. You did a great job. You cleaned up after yourselves. Great. Thank you, Sally. It's very important for us to show up on time. Punctuality is very, very important. And by the time we leave, everything should look a lot better than when we arrived. And that's why cleaning up after we do a project is so important to us. There's something really simple. You can actually use several AI tools to give you ideas on how to respond. The other thing is photos. So I don't know this for certain, but all the experts say that as soon as you get about 100 photos on your Google Business Profile, Google's going to go ahead and start to raise you in the search results. So it's fairly easy to add photos. So of the business I'm in, people love before and after. Taking photos before and after is actually part of my standard operating procedure for any of my clients. So the pictures I take for before and after, I make sure they go up online on the Google Business Profile for people to look at. Yeah, that's actually that's funny. That engine, we were asked to remove this engine. I think it was from like a '94 Nissan. Uh, a little bit easier than I thought it was going to be. But there you go. So photos, make sure you get photos up there. Make sure that you're asking for reviews. Make sure that you're responding to reviews. Services, Google is going to kind of pre-populate the types of services that you provide based off of your category. So if you are a landscaper, Google's going to make some assumptions on the types of services you provide based off of services associated with landscaping or cleaning services or plumbing or HVAC, whatever your specialty is, that's what Google is going to presume. And the other thing is products. So a lot of business owners just starting out don't realize that Google and the Google Business Profile has a spot for you to actually add products. So for me, here's what I did. So I under appliance removal, I have a category of refrigerator removal. So the products that I created are associated with the towns that are surrounding me currently. So Kingston, Exeter, Stratford, Chester, Fremont, Raymond, Derry, they are all towns that are very near me. So what I did is I created a product for refrigerator removal, so specifically Kingston refrigerator removal. But we don't want to stop there. Once we have clicked into that, Google gives us the ability to have 5,000 characters of description about what it is that your service is. Here's one that I actually need to update because I'm not taking full advantage of it. But basically, here's 5,000 words or 5,000 characters of search engine optimization or SEO that Google is saying, hey, you can use at your convenience to further promote your business and to promote the product that you offer. In my case, it's Kingston refrigerator removal and some keywords associated with that. So Nottingham is where I live. Efficient, Kingston is a keyword. Refrigerator removal is a keyword that people might search. So and what I've done is created, oh, I don't know. Here's one for swing set removal. We do a fair amount of shed removals. I've actually taken and put a Google review for a hot tub removal that I did under Dover hot tub removal. I did the same thing for Concord hot tub removal. I probably need to add some more keywords to this when I have some time. I absolutely do. But Google says, here you go. This is how you do it. And there's no cost to do this. And if you all take the time to look on YouTube, there is plenty of content on how to add and optimize products within your Google business profile. The other thing that's a little bit more tedious that I would suggest is adding updates. And an update is, let me go down to here so you can see updates. So over here on the right of the page, you will see updates right here. Here we go. Updates from Junk Boss. So an update is nothing more than kind of like a blog post. It's just a little bit about what you're doing, what you want to do, who you're doing it with. Oh, here's one that I like. We did this hoarder clean out not too far away. So I just put up a simple couple sentences, added some pictures to it. And people like to see the kind of work we do, but also people like to see what's happening from a chaos perspective uh, behind the walls. So let's go back to. Let's see. Let's go back to. Remove that. There we go. Here is the update that I was talking about. Click into that. There you go. And so that's a little bit about what you need from a digital basics perspective. The last thing that I would recommend is some automation. So if people are messaging you on Facebook, have some automation set up for them. If people are calling you or if they're texting you, have some automation for them. If you can get to most inquiries inside 5 minutes with some kind of response, you are much more likely to capture that business. And that's something that I have found to be very productive for my business. So with all of that said, Keith here in New Hampshire. Hope you have a great day. I'll leave some contact information below should you need me. Thanks.